Oh, here we go. This is 1st of the Julys, and from my side of the table, after today, I have 3 more of these to do. And then I'll be kind of out the door. But hey, here we are. Looking out the window, blue sky here in Canterbury. Cool start. Supposedly -1, but they have a lot colder. But there you go. What's it like your way, Pete?
Well, I guess you could say it's cloudy and it's not cold, like it's 7 or 8 degrees or something. But we are under a heavy rain warning again. I've just spent a few days in Auckland and it was very pleasant up there, actually.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, it was about 14, 15 degrees and, yeah, it was very nice. So there you have it.
But if you're in the northern part of the South Island or the North Island, the northern part of the North Island, or on the east coast of Australia, you're either about to get a downpour or you're already getting a downpour. So don't forget, if you know your mates are out and about there, get in touch, make sure they're okay, or if they need a hand to straighten up after floods or trees falling or whatever, put your hand up and get along there, give them a help out.
Crank your chainsaw up.
Yeah. Make sure it's all safe. PPE and all the rest of that. Cones everywhere.
Yeah.
Not like days gone by. Never mind.
No.
So onto more interesting topics. NZ Defence have been in the news quite a bit this week. So the one I found 3. One has to do, I think it was in the paper this morning, about reputational damage caused through the savings program that they have to go through, which kind of makes me I have to think about that, because on one hand we're saving money, and on the other hand we're going to spend $12 billion, is it, over 8 years? Yeah, I don't know how that works, but there you go. But that's the problem, because I think it was the PSA, Public Service Association, one of the secretary was having a good go at NZ Defence about their ability to perform tasks and how that's going to impact our reputation internationally with our allies and partners, even though we're going to spend up to 2%, which is a bit less than the 5% that's been mooted for countries in Europe and the US. So that'll be an interesting journey. What else was happening? Pete, you had something.
It was along the same lines. It was I read it last night. They're talking about the ability of NZDF not being able to carry out some critical tasks due to lack of man-women power.
Right.
Yeah, it's that. I don't know. It strikes me that the Defence Force is very top heavy in officers and senior ranks.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know we don't know how the recruiting's carried out, but it sure seems like that they need to be looking at some way of creating a balance. So
yeah. So who are the officers in charge of?
Yeah, well, that's it exactly. They're in charge of the new equipment that nobody's there to drive or use.
Oh, good investment. There you go. Never mind. But
Yeah.
And good to see that you've finally got yourself out of Raffles.
And Wairu.
And Wairu, yeah, out of the desert and back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bag of staring out the window at the little summer house.
And the other one that causes me a bit of concern is the Auditor General's report about defence contractors and higher echelon. So, well, I don't know exactly who, but someone in Defence Force is receiving, I think it was smartwatches and travel gifts and all sorts of things. I guess I'm just old school. The conflict of interest to me is quite glaring. even if
Yeah,
it's an existing contractor. And to be fair, NZ Defence admitted that their audit processes for in that area weren't good. They've been sharpened up. Yeah, but still, I don't think it looks good.
it's definitely not a good look.
Yeah,
There is just so many connotations to receiving gifts from people that are providing services for you at a cost.
yeah, yeah,
That's all it is in a nutshell. And everybody can say it's squeaky clean and that, but if it's not declared to somebody else,
yeah.
then nobody knows about it, and that is not a good look.
That's right. Yep, I have to agree. So I have to support the Auditor General on this issue. Sorry, NZ Defence. There you go. And while I'm in that vein, Erin Speedy, Mission Homefront. Good to see her back in the papers again because of the reprioritising of the housing for Wairuru. We had that on a few weeks ago where I think it was 50 new houses they were going to build and they hadn't started. It would be nice to see them there because having seen the housing area back in the 70s and been there about 5 years ago, I think, didn't we have our, whatever it was, 50th there, Pete?
50th reunion, yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
And stayed in one of those wonderful Ministry of Works constructed buildings. Cold as a witch's tit even in January. So it'd be nice to have the troops that they do have and their families supported by decent quality of housing to look after them. It's not a good posting, I don't think, Wairau. Some people enjoy it, the outdoor life that's around there, the hunting and so on. But still one of the bleakest spots on the map of New Zealand. But hey, who knows? We might eventually get to see some sticks of timber put in the ground. Pete.
Wouldn't that be nice? And on our 50th reunion, the thing we remember most was going into the ablution block, and there was a massive window, had no glass in it. And yeah, it was summer, but we still had a frost that morning, and you go in those concrete floors to have a shower and you think, this is not like what I've got at home. It was freezing in there. Of course, you strip all your kit off to have a shower, and that. It's like,
Yeah.
bloody hell.
Oh,
So,
well, yeah. Okay. We'll let that pass.
yeah.
And the only other thing, well, a couple of other things. So if you're in Tauranga, that part of the Bay of Plenty, they have their clinic today, and I think it was yesterday, between 10 and 3 at the RSA, the Tauranga RSA. So pop along, catch up with your mates, have a chat, all the support issues, take your support issues along. And also that follows on a bit for me from last week. If you're not, if the health is not good and you need some support, even though the public health system's there's no harm in getting extra support if you're available to get some from either the RSA or Veterans Affairs, and someone at the Tauranga RSA, some of these support people will be able to help feed you in those directions to gain that extra support. Every little bit helps in times of stress within the family, and in this straitened economic times, an odd dollar here or there goes a reasonable way. The only other things I have to remind you of is the AGM rocking around on the Saturday the 26th, 5 o'clock, Templeton RSA. If you live in Canterbury, show up. If you're looking for a holiday, come on down to the south where the skies are blue currently. But no guarantee they'll be that way in 3 weeks' time. So there you go. That's about it from me for that. Pete, anything else on the calendar?
No, not really for me. Sorry, I've been away the last few days, and
That's okay.
so because I'm on school holiday, so
You're still at school.
yeah, they couldn't kick me out. Or maybe they did. I had to go back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those of us
I've got a little driving job that involves a school or several schools actually. So
right. Okay. Well, you enjoy your break.
yes.
Crossing the bar, last post. I think I've got a few of those. Stand by. Crossing the bar first. Frank offers his apologies. He's seeking some support help. He's off to hospital, I think, today. Have a check. Anyway, here we go on his behalf. NZ 18274 Moroni Ian Douglas, known as Joe, passed away or crossed the bar on the 14th of May 25. He was a radio man, late of Taihape. And his service was held on the 19th of May in Taihape at Bennett's funeral home. Yankee 20216 Pollard Kevin Bruce, known as Polly, ex-LRD, passed away 14th of May 25. Kevin served in the Tamaki, Philomel, Wakefield, Alfurt, Kiama, Canterbury, Taranaki, Irarangi, Tui, Rotawiti and Tasman. Joined the RNZN in 71, January 71, and left in June 1979. Hotel 24111, Coulter, John Anthony David. He was a writer. RNZN crossed the bar Wednesday, the 14th of the 5th. No further details available. Romeo 18346, Stent, Peter J. Electrician. Joined the RNZN in 65, crossed the bar 15th of May 2025. He passed away as a result of a tragic accident at his home on the 15th of May. There was a funeral at Hope's Funerals in Hornby, Christchurch on the 23rd of May. Kilo 569052, James Rex Peebles, RNZME, passed away on the 21st of June, aged 90. Enlisted in the RF in May 1955 as a vehicle mechanic. In 1965, he was posted to the LSE attached to 161 Battery for service in Vietnam as a sergeant. RTNZ New Zealand, he served in various RNZEME appointments, including the school in Wairau, and was promoted to staff sergeant. He retired 1979 from base workshops as a staff sergeant. Whiskey 931934, warrant officer first class, retired. Raymond C., known as Ray Marshall, NZ Regiment RNZIR, passed away on Wednesday, 25th of June, aged 84. Ray enlisted in the RF in January 1963 and was posted to 2 NZ Regiment in Burnham. He served in 1 NZ Regiment and 1 RNZIR, 63-65 in Malaysia, and he did the 65 tour to Borneo. In 1971, posted to Victor 6 Company in Vietnam as the company clerk from May to December 71, when the company was withdrawn. Ray continued to serve until September 1983 and completed a 20-year engagement and was awarded the Long Service and Good Conduct Medal. So, thank you for your service. Our condolences to the families, and as usual, if you need some support and you have trouble getting that or don't know where to go, contact one of the committee and we'll get you in touch with the LSAs, the local RSA, or a district support advisor, or someone who can get you in touch with Veterans Affairs. Pete, you're up to the ode.
Yes, I am. And I'd just like to say first that Rex Peebles, one of the names you just read out.
Yep.
He arrived in Dieppe Barracks in May 1975.
Yes.
To 18 Transport Company, LAD. He was my boss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there was 4 EMI in the 18 Transport Company, LAD. So it was Gordon Kewen, Tig Lima, Tig went home, and Rex Peebles replaced him, myself and Ozzy Osbourne. So, yeah. So R.I.P. Rex. Okay, so they shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, or the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them, lest we forget. Well, there you go. That's about us for today, folks. Thanks for joining us. So I'll just reiterate that if you're in one of those areas in New Zealand or Australia where the weather's a bit foul, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and if you're okay, you can have a hunt around, see if you've got some of the veteran community who might need a hand tidying up after the weather bombs have come and gone. That's about it. Pete, take care. You're off to the land of the kangaroo.
Hopefully.
If they let the flights in, are you taking
the weather at this end is not too good. The weather at that end is not too good. So,
well, you enjoy your school holidays.
Yeah.
We'll see you all
Right.
next week.
Cheers, everybody.
Yep. Take care. Look after yourselves. Look after your friends.